Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Death Metal, the fourth studio album by the band Dismember. Today we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of it, so I've decided to go back and see if it still holds up. My story with this band is quite simple. When I was 4 or 5, I heard them on a cassette tape. I think it was this album or the previous one, Massive Killing Capacity, because back then times were more crazier. My siblings had a lot of friends, they would come and go every day with a lot of music on cassette tapes, and I've remembered it to check it out years later when I've already had my own room, PC, stuff like that. And I've enjoyed the band. This is the last album with the classic lineup of Matty, David, Robert, Richard and Fred. After that the classic lineup was no more, but they've reunited in 2019, so I can't wait for a new album with this classic lineup. It's always nice to hear when all of the original members come back. We will see if anything will come out of this. I hope it will. We need some new Dismember, man. As you can see, everyone contributes to the writing process. Songs are made by different sets of people. We have some songs by David, Richard and Matty, some songs just by Fred. It's always nice to see everyone contributing, and the songs are very different from each other, so it's easy to pinpoint who wrote which track, which is always fun to guess. Without further ado, let's rate this thing. The production is tight, it's a standard Sweden death metalish vibe of Asphyx and Entombed. Message is diverse, songs are about death, war, anti-religion. I don't take these lyrics very seriously, I don't even listen to them, to be honest. I just like the sounds of the vocals and the music, I don't care about the message here. The structure of the songs is basic, nothing fancy here, standard verse, chorus, solo, chorus. Sometimes it's slightly changed, but it never becomes technical or progressive in any way. Some songs represent the typical Swedish death metal vibes, while the others represent melodic death metal. The first song on the album, Of Fire, is a melodeath track. I enjoy it. It's similar to At the Gate stuff. Very melodic, great solos. The atmosphere is beautiful here. The drummer is kicking the shit out of his drums. I love it. 9 out of 10. The next song is even more brutal. Shrine Killer. It has that classic fast death metal vibe. I don't enjoy this song. It sounds like mess to me. There is nothing memorable about this track, except the fact that it's brutal. This is the only reason I remember this song, because it was brutal and it was like over 2 minutes long, and I was happy when it ended. So 5 out of 10. Misanthropic goes back to those melodeath vibes. I really enjoy this song, but it's not as good as Of Fire, so 8 out of 10. Let the Napalm Rain returns to that classic death metal vibe. I enjoy it more than Trend Cure. It's a good song. It has some cool slowy vibes here and there. 7 out of 10. Live for the Fear of Pain is my favorite song on this record and probably the best Dismember song. I enjoy the melodic riffs here, the solos, everything. The song is beautiful from the beginning to the end. I feel like it was inspired by Slaughter of the Soul for sure. I enjoy this song a lot, 10 out of 10, classic. Stillborn Ways is more of a death doom track. I enjoy the chorus here the most, I just adore it. It's more brutal than melodic, but still it's a beautiful song, I recommend it, 9 out of 10. Killing Compassion on the other hand is very boring, but it has nice melodies and it ends very fast. It's less than 2 minutes long, which is a big plus for me. 6 out of 10, just decent. Bread for War on the other hand kinda disappointed me. If this song was shorter and faster, I'm sure I would adore it, but it's just 6 out of 10. When Hatred Killed the Light, this is just average stuff, typical death metal that you're not going to remember or recognize in a 10 minutes or so. The only thing I remember about this track is that it was fast and it had no identity. 5 out of 10. Ceremonial Comedy. Now this song has some really cool riffs and melodies and changes. I adore the solo here. 7 out of 10. Silent Are the Watchers goes back to that melodeath vibes, and I enjoy it. Some of the melodies remind me of Iron Maiden, don't know why, but it's a great song nonetheless, 8 out of 10. And the final song on the standard edition, Mistweaver, or Waver, I don't know how to pronounce this shit. It's a disappointing ending to the album. It's more of a sludgy, doomish, death metalish vibe. It's a slow track. It's not bad, but it's not great either. It's just decent. So 6 out of 10. Now the special edition of this record has the songs from a Misanthropic EP as a bonus, and it's to be expected because those songs were recorded during the sessions of death metal album. So yeah, it's a nice bonus. We have 4 songs here. The first one is a Autopsy cover, Pagan Savior. I am not a big fan of Autopsy music, but I enjoy this song a lot. It's a good stuff, the cover is nice. The bass was better in the original, but here it's good too. 7 out of 10. Shadowlands is another melodeath song. I adore it, it's great, it's similar to Misanthropic and Silent Are the Watchers. Great solo, great atmosphere. I wish it was on the standard edition. 8 out of 10. After Image is more of a classic death metal track, but it has an amazing solo and melodies in the middle. It's the reason why I come back to this track. 7 out of 10. And the final song, Shapeshifter, and it's the weakest out of them all when it comes to the melodeath songs. I still enjoy it and think it's a good track, but it wasn't as good as Of Fire or Live for the Fear. 7 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is various. We have some great songs here, but also some average ones. The flow is digestible. I wish some of the songs were removed, like Trend Killer, Mistweaver, and When Hatred Killed the Light. I wish they would replace them with the songs from the EP, because the songs from the EP were better. Replayability, yeah, it's a good album, I enjoy it, the drums sounded great, the bass work was good as well, riffs were cool, the vocals were great throughout the entire album. The only bad thing I think is that some of the compositions were boring or tedious, while others were on a high level, so they stay in your memory. It's actually a nice title, death metal. They are just showcasing some of the subgenres of death metal here. I wish they would add some prog death and tech death as well here on this record, then it would have been better for sure. That's all from me. Thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next review. Bye!